Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Inter Milan against Arsenal at the San Siro. But forget about that for a minute. What the pissing hell is Man City doing? What has been going on tonight in the game against Bodo Glimt? I was so close to doing this game as well, and I thought to myself, do you know what? That's going to be a walk in the park, that. Bodo Glimt haven't won a game in the Champions League. Shows what we know, doesn't it? How are we all doing anyway? Good to see you all. How's it going? Get in the chat, get amongst it. I can see it all in the chat anyway. It's good to have it all in so early. On a perm, how's it going? I don't think so. Max Lane, guys, having a stinker. Red Rebellion, people complain about Liverpool's football. They should honestly watch City and Arsenal play. And Red J says, Man City, give Pep another 500 million, he'll sort it out. Shell, Rodri sent off 2 yellows. Come on into tonight, yeah. What we saying? Sorry, MT, what a day. Nice win for us in Astana against Kairat Almaty. Yeah, now spectacular game in a small fishing village in Norway. I tell you what, honestly, I've been watching the game, doing the build-up and stuff to this, just trying to do the research and get everything going and get all the streams set up. And honestly, City haven't just lost tonight. City have been absolutely battered. And I mean battered. Absolutely smashed. It's been just a total and utterly... It's been a comprehensive dismantling of this Manchester City side. And again, this is why I've said since that... Not just since the Manchester derby, before that, I really just don't see... Arsenal are Arsenal's biggest enemy. There is no title race this season. City are so far off it. It's not that Arsenal are fantastic. It really isn't. It's Manchester City and Liverpool are miles off it. And I mean miles off it. I mean, Bodo Glimt have played really well. I don't want to take anything away from them tonight. I think Evian's been fantastic. Obviously, Hogs, they got the hat-trick. But also, I want to say, Patrick Berg. We've mentioned Patrick Berg on this channel. What a fantastic game he's had in midfield. He's done all of the shielding so the other Bodo Glimt players can run forward, and just been fantastic in midfield yet again. And Bodo Glimt 3, Manchester City down to 10 men, but Manchester City 3-1 down as well. Unbelievable game. And I was so close to doing it, but thankfully, and it is full time as well. Now we're going to focus very much on the Arsenal game. Reece, Saka hat-trick would do nicely tonight. Ronnie, City have been battered twice in 1 week like a fish and chip shop. And Jabba says, I'm shedding no tears for Lawyers FC. Are Arsenal on Prime? Are Arsenal on Prime? Please don't say Arsenal are on Prime. Are they actually on Prime? Oh, I can't be bothered with that. Are they actually on Prime, Arsenal? Where's Arsenal on? Oh, there's my Prime sponsorship going out the window. I've got to put Prime on. I have got Prime. The problem with Prime is it's so much slower. Feel like when you're watching it on Prime, everyone else knows the goal 30 seconds before you do. Because you're watching it via the blooming... Although, actually, hang on. I don't have to, do I? I don't have to do it via the Fire Stick. I can do it via Virgin, because I'm logged in on Virgin as well. Come on, Key. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Haaland's gone over and applauded the away fans. Well... I'm not sure they'll be so forgiving, I'll be honest with you. I don't think that is a City performance that is anywhere close to acceptable, I've got to be honest. Right. Let's get set up for this one. The Arsenal team news, the City team news, they're all in. Finners, what's your bets for tonight? Right, let's do the bets, yeah. I want to do the bets. Let's do the bets. First off, before we get stuck into the bets, I want to say, if you want to go and claim your bet, make sure you do. Go and click the link in the description, the link in the pinned comment in the chat. You can go and get yourself 30 quid in free bets from our sponsor, Midnight. If you do want to... If you like a flutter, only if you like a gamble on the footy, that is perfect for you. If you're 18 plus, new customers only, if you don't like gambling, if that's not your thing, stay away from it. Absolutely no problem. But if you do like a flutter and you do want to support Premier League Dad, you do want to support the channel, by the way, you do want to let Midnight know, then you can go and click that link, get yourself 30 quid in free bets and put a bet on for tonight's game. Why not? I've done it. I'll show you my bet right now. This is my bet for tonight's game. I have gone for... There you go. That is my bet for tonight's game. I have gone for Inter or draw. Yes, I've gone for Inter or draw tonight. I have gone for 3 cards or more in the game. 9 or more corners. I think Arsenal will do their standard corner FC. Jan Sommer and David Raya, 2+ saves each. A shot on target for Gabriel Jesus and Marcus Thuram. There you go. 5 gets you 30 quid back. That is my my bet for tonight. Let me know if you're going to put one on as well. Get it in the chat. Let me know. I'd love to hear more on what your odds are. On a Permo says Haaland performance was piss. On a Permo, what was the Kairat score? The Kairat score was 1-0 to Club Bruges. US Gooners, my favourite Arsenal hater. I always enjoy your Arsenal hate watch content. Do you think Arsenal will win any trophy this season? Yes, mate, I do. I think Arsenal will absolutely win the Premier League, and I think you might even win the Carabao Cup. I don't know, but I don't think you'll win the Champions League. I think I've had a funny feeling about Arsenal winning the Champions League this season, but not the Premier League, and I really hope I'm wrong. I think Arsenal might be the worst team to ever do the treble, because honestly, there is just no competition for it at all. There is just no competition for Arsenal this year. They are waltzing to a treble. But there you go. They'll probably end up doing... Look at the state of City. Honestly, I can't even tell you how bad they are. Right. Come on. Amazon Prime. That's what we're on. You gonna let me watch it or what? Amazon Prime, Arsenal tonight. Mawaima Shadrach. Arsenal will win today. Good night, guys. Good luck, my team. Yes. And Reece says, Gabby Jesus goal incoming. Absolutely no idea why he's not starting in the Prem. Gabby Jesus, for me, is Arsenal's best centre-forward by some distance, in my humble opinion. So I've gone for him to get a shot on target tonight, as well as Marcus Thuram. And... Finners Matty, Haaland is starting to malfunction. Do you know what? Do you think Haaland... I can't really blame Haaland for that game. I don't think Haaland did anything wrong there, really. Didn't really have too many clear chances. Shell, I'm watching the Spurs v Dortmund game. All right, keep us updated, Shell. Gino Briscoe says, Inter 3, the Bottlers 1. And Jabba Twadi says, FYI, this match is on Paramount Plus in the US of A. Yeah, love that. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for that, Jabba. I will also say that I've totally lost my mind there. I don't even know what I was going to say. It'll come back to me in a second, I'm sure. Daz, are we on TNT tomorrow, Key, and Sky Sports Saturday? Yes, TNT tomorrow, Sky Sports 5:30, Saturday night. I'll be live for both of them. Tia Memo says Arsenal 3, Inter Milan 1. That's what I was going to say. Inter Milan have only lost once in the Champions League at the San Siro in the last 4 years. And that was against Liverpool this season, right? So they've only lost once in the last 4 years. That was against Liverpool, and we kept a clean sheet against them here. They are notoriously difficult to beat at the San Siro. The last 2 teams to do so were Liverpool and Bayern Munich. Sando says, surprised you picked the Arsenal game to watch. They already guarantee first with Kairat at home last game, and they made lots of changes. MUFC game more important. Well, like, listen, Sando, that remains to be seen, mate. That does remain to be seen. We don't know yet if that is indeed the case. So, yeah, we have no idea if indeed that is the case. It might well be, but we'll see. Thank you very much for the super chat, by the way, as well, Sando. Very much appreciate it. Thanks, US Gooners. Thanks, Sando, both for the super chats. Very good to have you in. Shell says, Everton ladies have got Liverpool ladies at Anfield in the 5th round of the FA Cup. You'll wipe the floor with them. Liverpool ladies are as much as I like to say, support the club and all that, Liverpool ladies are not very good. And we got battered in the derby last time. Jeff Joseph says, hopefully a draw today. 2 teams are relatively tough. Yeah, listen, we'll go through the lineups. Let's go through the lineups together. The lineups are over here. You'll see them coming up during the live. The live Champions League table is also there as well. So you'll see the table, you'll see the live, you'll see the stats as the game is going on. But let's go through the lineups for tonight's game. I will keep you updated as well on all the other games going on tonight. Copenhagen against Napoli, Inter Arsenal here, Olympiacos Leverkusen, Real Madrid Monaco, Arbeloa's first game as Real Madrid manager, Sporting Lisbon against PSG, Tottenham Dortmund, which of course Shell is watching in the chat, and Villarreal v Ajax. But in this game, here we go, the lineups are as follows. For Inter Milan, it's Jan Sommer in goal, Akanji, Acerbi and Bastoni at the back, Luis Enrique and Di Marco in the wing-back positions, Sucic, Zielinski and Barella in the midfield, and Martinez and Thuram as the front two. For Arsenal, David Raya, Lewis Skelly, Mosquera, Saliba and Timber at the back. Eze, Zubamendi, Marino midfield. So it is a rotated midfield. And then it's Trossard, Saka, Gabriel Jesus as the front three. So yeah, I'm rooting for Inter, as you'd expect. Joe says hopefully we have a chance against City at the Etihad now. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Click the wrong thing there. Right, there you go. Chat's on the screen, and we're barely 15 minutes away from kickoff. I want to hear from you about whatever bets you've placed for tonight. As I said, midnight, our partner. If you want to get that offer, it isn't going to last long. 30 quid in free bets. If you want to place a bet on tonight's game, £10 deposit, 30 quid free bets from our partner. Midnight, click the link in the chat or the link in the description. Go and get it. Honor Permo says I was in a Man City Watchalong that was really, really busy and the majority were Pep out. Pep out? What sort of a world are we living in where Manchester City fans want Pep Guardiola sacked? That's baffling to me. That's crazy. Brady says we play Monaco in 15. Good to see Mastantuono on the right, Gulen in the middle, and Bellingham playing left-sided midfield. Okay, well, we'll keep an open mind for Real Madrid as well. Tony, high key, City let me down on my bet, which is great. What a result. City let you down. Why did you back City? Mate, the odds for City against Bodo Glimt must have been about 1.2. They must have been terrible. Oh, Sarah, very kind of you, Sarah, sending through another gifted membership there. And 666, welcome to the Premier League Dad Members Club. Great to have you in. Carpo199 says, chose AFC game because it'll be a successful hate watch. No, that's not the reason. Thank you very much for the super chat, though, Carpo. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. No, that is not the reason. That is not the reason why I chose Arsenal. The reason I chose Arsenal is because there wasn't really anything else worth watching tonight. And I wanted to see if Arsenal could fail where Liverpool succeeded earlier in the season. You should have watched the City game, Kate. I know, mate. Well, hey, listen, we can all be captain hindsight, can't we? I really thought about watching the City game before this one. But I didn't think City would lose. Bodo Glimt haven't won a game in the Champions League before tonight. All 3 City fans want Pep sacked. That's very kind of Sarah, isn't it? Unbelievable. What an unbelievable member. And unbelievable mod as well. Great supporter of the channel, Sarah. We really love her. Wally says even Liverpool would beat Bodo Glimt. Even Liverpool? Surely not. Criminal would over Wanyuri any day. Well, listen, yeah, Ethan Wanyuri to Marseille. I don't think he comes back to Arsenal. I'll be honest. I'd be very surprised. Very, very surprised if he comes back after leaving and getting regular minutes, regular game time. I don't see him coming back to Arsenal. Because he won't want to go to Marseille, get loads of minutes, and then come back to Arsenal and just not get a kick again. He isn't going to get a kick ahead of Saka or Odegaard or Eze any time in the next 3 seasons, is he? He isn't. Or Madueke. So there's like 4 players who are ahead of him. However you want to look at it, he isn't going to get ahead of him. So he's better off going. They might as well sell him. Buzzy Muntu, is it me But Pep has never been the same after Klopp left. Klopp pushed his fire and his divorce rumours. His body language speaks volumes. And Pep is in a shambles, says Adam. City without Guardiola and Ruben is really bad. At the end of the day, they're gonna be a lot worse, aren't they? If they've got no starting centre backs, it's always going to be difficult. On a Permos, Pep scratched his head off again. No, not quite. Not quite. Get your predictions in the chat anyway. Still, even though Arsenal have rotated, there's 62% of you in the chat still think Arsenal win this, which maybe doesn't give an awful lot of credit to Inter Milan and the fantastic record they have here at home in Europe. Like I said, 1 defeat in 4 years. That was to Liverpool. Hey, Mr. Edwards, there he is. Our City United in disguise. Looks like it. Thank you very much for the super chat, sir. Tony Peters, very kind of you. Pep is a real head scratcher. He is, and he's in that, like, oh, yeah. Do you know what, though? I feel sorry for him in many ways, because I just feel like he's sort of, again, been a victim of his own success. He's been fantastic for City. He's going to be a legend, not only at City, but the rest of the Premier. He's a Premier League legend, isn't he? And, yeah, I just feel like it can only get worse from here on in for him. I don't know. Can he go again? Has he got the stomach for the fight again? I don't know. Adam, this is the start of the end for City. Maresca can't save them. And Red Rebellion, City's bench is worse than ours. Jeff Joseph Palicara, I'm an Arsenal fan. Really funny to see your live streamings get in. Good to see you, Jeff. Well, listen, stick around, Jeff. You'll be very surprised. We have a lot of Arsenal fans who come in to give me stick and then end up sticking around because we've got a great bunch of people in the chat. We have a good laugh. That sounded a bit David Brent, that, didn't it? But we do. We've got some nice people, really nice people. Brady Hanlon says, who do you think we drop in our midfield when Nico Paz returns in June? I hope Camavinga. I think it'll be Tchouaméni, but I hope Camavinga. Liam, evening key, how are you, sir? I'm very well, mate. How are you, more importantly? I'm looking forward to another big Champions League night. Feels like a while since we've done a Champions League game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into the Champions League swing of things. European football this week, full stop. We've got Liverpool, Marseille tomorrow. We've got Thursday night, we're doing Fenerbahce against Aston Villa. So John Duran against his former Villa teammates. And who else have we got on Thursday night? Oh, Nottingham Forest. Forest away at Braga in the Europa League. And then Friday night, we've had a little change to schedule on Friday night, by the way, just because a few people asked. On Friday night, we were going to do Derby County against West Brom in the Championship. I really wanted to do that one, but I've decided against it. Instead, we're going to do Inter Milan against Pisa. So we're going to be watching Inter Milan twice in 3 or 4 days. Inter Milan against Pisa. Inter Milan just 3 points ahead of AC Milan at the top of Serie A. Very, very big game. They've got to win that one because on Sunday, we're watching Serie A again. Roma against AC Milan. So yeah, another diverse batch of games for us to watch together. We're doing Villarreal, Real Madrid on Saturday night. Roma, AC Milan on Sunday night. Plus 2 Premier League games on each of those days as well. 3 star says 1 for 2.5 goals. Martinez 2 shots on target and 4 Arsenal keeper saves for 70 quid. 2.5 goals in this one. I think that one might be. I think you might be pissing in the wind on that one there. 3 star. Jabber key favouring a blue team again. Tony says hope City go out the Champions League after the players they've just bought. It'll be bittersweet. City, where are they in the league? I know the league table's just come up over here, but I didn't clock it at the moment. Where are City as it stands? So City are 4th. They're not getting. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. They've got Galatasaray last game though. There's every chance they do maybe only pick up a point against Galatasaray. Joe's is absolutely knackered at the minute. Like, why? What are you doing? Shell says Wilson Isidore plays for Sunderland. Does anyone know anything about him? Is he any good? Why is he being linked to Everton? Wilson Isidore's a fantastic player. Yeah, I think he's 24, 25. Very talented. I think he'd be a very decent Premier League striker for Everton. Frank Mbabu. Arsenal, how's it going? Egypt Tomicus, evening key. Good to see you. Liam, glad you're good, man. I'm okay, thanks. Watching the Norwich game as my son wants to watch them. Oh, nice. Norwich. Well, I was going to say, yeah, we'll keep an eye out on the on all the other games. Ipswich 1-0 up against Bristol City. Coventry Millwall 0-0. Charlton Derby 0-0. Oxford QPR, Preston Hull, Sheffield Wednesday Birmingham, Swansea Blackburn, West Brom Norwich, and Wrexham Leicester kicks off shortly as well. There's also Salford Swindon as well in the FA Cup tonight. So Manchester City will find out their FA Cup opponents, won't they, tonight? Manchester City facing either Salford or Swindon. That's the final game of the third round. Wally, when other teams win, City might drop out the top 8. It's very, very unlikely. I mean, very, very unlikely. City would need to lose against Galatasaray and hope that pretty much everyone below them wins a game or two. It's going to be tough. Egyptonicus, what's your prediction for this game then? I've just been laughing my arse off after seeing Bodo thrash City 3-1. My prediction for this one is 2-2. No, 1-1. I was going to go goals, but no, I think it's going to be low scoring. 1-1. Joe, just had a lot of exams at the minute and studying. Hardly any time to chill, but all over now and can't wait for the match tomorrow. We're doing Newcastle Villa this weekend, mate, on the channel. I'm not doing Newcastle tomorrow, obviously with Liverpool being on, but I'm certainly doing Newcastle Villa this weekend. So I know you'll be there. You'll be at the game anyway, but yeah, we'll be covering that one on the channel. Oh, Shell, you can't take Joe's opinion. Joe's a Newcastle fan. You can't be taking Joe's opinion on Wilson Isidore. That's about as biased as it gets. Liam says they're linked with that Bodo striker who scored twice tonight. Ah, okay. And Adam says, will Sunderland be ransacked in the summer for all their players? I think it depends if they went down. Obviously, I can't see him going down. And there's not enough players there at Sunderland, or certainly no like standouts that I look at and think there'd be a few Premier League clubs sniffing around them to like take them, unless there was a bargain on offer. Like if they were going down, if they were in the bottom few places now, like fighting relegation, or they did actually get relegated, then I could see a few sides coming in and taking a Xhaka off their hands on a free, maybe not a free, but a low cost deal. Habib Diarra maybe as well. Even though he's not been fit for most of the season, he's a fantastic player. It's always low scoring between Arsenal and Inter. It's always low scoring between Arsenal and everyone, let's be honest. Birungun says, is Rodrigo an Arsenal player? No. Dan, Inter only lose at home to great teams, Bayern and Liverpool, so Arsenal have no chance. And Captain Spurs says, come on Inter, win today, and Arsenal's downfall begins. Well, there you go. Hey, we were just talking about FA Cup and Salford, Swindon. Salford are now 1-0 up. Salford are in front, so it looks like they are going to be playing City. Well, it's still very early, but it looks like they're going to be playing City in the FA Cup 4th round. And Coventry have gone in front as well. Romain Esse from Crystal Palace on loan at Coventry. He's just scored for Coventry away at Millwall. Or at home against Millwall, sorry. Reece Gallop, 1-1 isn't low scoring after this year's football so far. It's practically a goal fest, isn't it? 1-1. Captain Spurs, we've done that one. Sorry, Liam Manning, that's Holger or whatever his name is. Looks good, to be fair. It's this Spurs fan again. Shell, I didn't know he was a Newcastle fan. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, you can't be listening to Joe on anything Sunderland related. Do not listen to Joe. He's a massive Newcastle fan / Gateshead fan. Pooh Poppy says Inter 1, Arsenal 5 was one of Arsenal's greatest performances in the Champions League. I can't see him sticking 5 past them tonight. I mean, listen, it's a heavily rotated Arsenal squad. If they do somehow get that sort of a result, then, I'll hold my hands up and say they've played fantastically well. LFC Bella, high key, bad result for City today. That's saying it, to put it mildly. Adam Inter embarrassed themselves in the final, so I have no expectations they will do anything. And Egyptomicus, I predict a 4-1 win here for Arsenal, even with a really rotated squad. Inter have actually lost their last 2 Champions League games for what it's worth. I mean, they lost against us and they lost away to Atlético Madrid in the Wanda Metropolitano. So You never know. Form-wise, it's certainly favouring Arsenal. Reese, I think Martinez from Inter Milan would have been a great signing for Arsenal, to be honest. He would have been better than Gyökeres, for sure. But even Martinez doesn't strike me as necessarily the best signing for Arsenal. Like, who do you think, standout-wise, who's the standout centre-forward that Arsenal could really have realistically gone and got this summer? There just isn't one for me. Gyökeres was the standout one last summer, and there was talk of them looking at Sesko. There just isn't really any of them around. If we're being dead honest, the standout one is Harry Kane. The standout one that would have guaranteed Arsenal a title would have been Harry Kane. Now, it probably speaks volumes that they've got Gyökeres and he'll still win a title. I think it'll be 2-0 for Arsenal. Maybe a scrappy goal for Inter. Who knows? Okay. Gyökeres got 50 goals last season. Osimhen, Osimhen, yeah, possibly. But again, does he fit in necessarily with Arsenal's sort of team ethic? I mean, we saw him throw his toys out the pram at the AFCON. He's done it recently. He's done it previously at Napoli. I can't speak intelligently about his behaviour at Galatasaray, but, you know, he's a fabulous striker. Just whether or not he does the work that maybe Mikel Arteta wants him to. Sarah says we have 300 plus in the chat and only 27 likes. Can we please smash the likes? Yeah, I was going to say, listen, it's coming up to... We've got 60 seconds to kick off. 60 seconds. If you haven't already, do two things for me, please. Please, for the love of God. First off, click the like button on the video. Costs you nothing at all. Helps me immensely. Second thing you can do for me, if you're enjoying these lives, if you enjoy these watch-alongs, maybe you're an Arsenal fan and you just want to laugh at I just want to get a bucket and drink your tears, Key, or whatever you say on the fan reaction thing, right? Whatever it might be, hit the like if you like seeing that stuff. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'm live every single day watching games all over Europe, not just Arsenal, believe it or not. We're doing Liverpool tomorrow. Thursday, we're doing Braga against Forest, Fenerbahce against Aston Villa. Friday, we're doing Inter Milan again against Pisa. Saturday, we're doing Villarreal against Real Madrid, as well as Liverpool, Bournemouth, and West Ham, Sunderland. Doing all sorts of big games. Sunday as well. Sunday, we're doing Newcastle, Villa, then Arsenal, Man United. I feel dirty about that one. I'm not entirely sure who I want to win. Maybe a draw with like 4 sendings off each. Is that realistic? Maybe it's a win-win, you know, because if Arsenal batter United on Sunday, I can have a laugh at United. If United batter Arsenal, then I can have a chuckle that maybe the title race isn't entirely dead for City. Even though it is. I know it is, but even, you know, I don't know. But yeah, hit the like button and subscribe, and yeah, let's get stuck in. We are off. We are off and underway. And West Brom 0, Norwich 1. Poo Poppy, I'm an Arsenal fan. I originally came to troll, but you're actually a top bloke. Oh, cheers, mate. That's very nice of you. Hit that button. Key really wants people to like. That's not very nice. Arsenal chance. Should be. Oh, my God. Arsenal very nearly 1-0 in front. Reece Keane and Arsenal kit on Sunday is what we want to see. Well, I can tell you that ain't happening. User QE. I'm an Arsenal fan living in the Caribbean, but I couldn't listen to you every day. What, is that because of storms and stuff? Or, you know, what's the reason you couldn't listen to me every day? Surely you would want to listen to these audible chocolate tones every day. Jafet Miare, Arsenal should be the topic. Well, they are. Ron Akey, you need to get us a result against Arsenal on Sunday. I need to get you a result. Yeah, I don't know. Is that you need us to get a result, or we need Arsenal to get a result? What are you saying? Like I said, I can be happy with any result. If Arsenal drop points, I'll be delighted. If United drop points, I'll be delighted. So I'm taking it as a win-win, whatever happens on Sunday. It's just positive. Arsenal down the right-hand side should be, very nearly 1-0 Arsenal. Keep them out into, Jesus Christ. It's only been 2 minutes in. They've had 2 clear chances. Oh, why is it? We're going to have to start calling Arsenal Brain Fart FC, because every time teams play them, they just have absolute, brain farts, just stupid moments. Back to front. And now into driving forward, come on. Captain Spurs, what is this Spurs team? Why is the full team basically injured still? Olympiacos 1, Leverkusen 0. Costinha put Olympiacos in. Leverkusen have fallen to bits as well. Ronnie, you need us to get a result against Arsenal. Why? Clock's not on. Oh, sorry. I did click it. Why has it not come on? Why has it not come on? Right, there you go. Let's try that. Hopefully that's worked. Yeah, there you go. It's working now. Cheers for that, mate. Thank you. I wouldn't have spotted that. Thank you, Egyptomicus, as well. Arsenal 4-0, says Lincoln. Bezige out. Audio options. Ooh, to listen without commentary. That is the one good thing, actually. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Can I do that? I wanna listen to it without commentary. Audio options. Here we go. Audio languages. Stadium FX. Let's listen to the Stadium FX. Should we do that? We can listen to the Stadium FX now. Saka strike. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Eccleston Mere, alright, Key. Feels wrong being here. I don't know, mate. I'm sorry. This is the only way it's working from now on. Graham Addison, hello everyone. How's it going, Graham? Buzzy 1-2. If Osimhen had joined Arsenal, he'd basically be a Aubameyang 2.0. Same chaos. And Brady, opening few minutes, Monaco are cutting through Real Madrid centre-backs like they aren't even there. Ronnie says Arsenal should be worthy of our front three with Dorgu and Burmo and Ahmad. (1-0 to Derby, 1-0 to Swansea as well. Swansea 1-0 up against Blackburn. Vitor Matos at Swansea is having an absolutely fantastic start to his career at the Swans. Wendy Kayla says Arsenal 2 into 0. Told you it's going to be Inter or draw. I'm glad we're getting early corners in the game though. We just need some cards. I need 3 cards in the game. Jabba says, oh cool, I can watch multiple matches in split screen on Paramount. I don't know how people do that. I've not got the attention span for 1. let alone 3 simultaneously. What's another one? Another goal's gone in. Real Madrid 1-0 in front. So much for Real Madrid getting battered. Mbappe's scored against his former team. Corner for Arsenal, played away. Eze picks it up, and the referees brought it back for a free kick to Inter. Mike Kamolti says Arsenal 2. Kylian Mbappe. Jan Sommer plays it long. Inter really not committing anywhere near enough bodies forward here. Oh my God, these are terrible. Oh. Jake, hi Key, City lost against the Norwegian team. What's your score prediction for this one? I think 1-1, mate. Yeah, I think maybe Inter score first and Arsenal equalise, but I don't see too many goals in it, if I'm dead honest. As it started, Arsenal have been the better team. Much the better team. What about you, though, mate? What do you think? Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on this one. Do you think there is a world where Inter Milan can get the win? Teaching Tony, Arsenal under 4.5 and Dortmund over 1.5. 5 to 150. I like that. And yeah, 1-0 Salford in the FA Cup, says Matty. Yeah, looks like Salford are going to be playing Man City in the 4th round. Teaching Tony, Real Madrid, Yellow Submarines, Napoli and Wrexham money lines. Love that. Saka with a loose arm to DiMarco there. DiMarco goes down far too easy, and Arsenal give away a free kick 8 minutes in. Jake thinks 2-1 Inter. I'll take that. Be delighted with that. Yeah, so tomorrow, looking at the Champions League, like top of the table as it stands, Real Madrid go 3rd with that win. To be honest, there's some surprising teams that might actually need to play an extra leg. Barcelona, Chelsea, every chance that both of them need to play an extra tie. Ooh, that was straight through the back of Eze there. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Zielinski pouring himself about. Was a foul, that one. Captain Spurs, we are going to score any minute. We are peppering Dortmund with low crosses. And Red Rebellion says Saka should not complain because he goes down from a light breeze. He does, doesn't he? Okuku Salias, Arsenal to win. Okay, no worries. Well, let's see. Something tells me you might be right. Based off the opening 10 minutes here, Arsenal have been the better side. They've had all the ball. They've not cut into open necessarily, but you know they've certainly started the faster of the two sides. As a good pass. He's offside. Surely, ref. Surely he's offside. Surely he's offside. He's miles off. Oh, don't let this be a procession now. He's miles offside there. He scuffed. They've absolutely scuffed the shot, Arsenal. It's 1-0 to Arsenal here, but I think this one's going to get called back. I do. I think we're going to get a VAR on this one. It gets scuffed, a shot from the edge of the box. It's nowhere near on target. And it's Gabriel Jesus is just off the last defender here. We'll see it back. He's definitely offside. Oh, he's miles onside. Fucking hell. Oh, no. How has this been allowed to happen? Fucking Inter Milan. What is Inter? What even are Inter? 4 years they haven't had a defeat at home. They've lost twice in the last 2 Champions League games here. Well, there you go. Inter 0, Arsenal 1. He looked miles offside there. He looked absolutely miles off. But no, he was clearly onside, sadly. Wally, why don't these chances fall for Gyökeres? Well, to be honest, Gyökeres moves like something that doesn't move very well. I wish, that's where it helps to be Goldbridge, doesn't it, there, and have analogies written down. Moves about as slow as a fly in a lunchbox, or whatever he says, I don't know. He prepares them before the game, but I don't know. I have no idea what moves slow. Me on a football pitch, whatever way you want to look at it. Eder Lisboa, someone please teach this man what offside is in football. My wife knows better. It's a very sexist statement, that, mate. Why would your wife not know? Can women not know what the offside rule is? Bit sexist, that. Not even a bit sexist, a lot sexist, actually. Misogynistic. Let's not bring that sort of energy to Premier League, Dad. Nostalgia bunker, rubbish, typical goal from the worst side in the Champions League. That's a great pass. You've got to give credit. That wasn't a pass. That was a scuffed shot. That wasn't a pass. That was a scuffed shot that somehow ended up making its way to Jesus. Finners, why was Salford v Swindon postponed? I think it was a frozen pitch, mate. I think it was a frozen pitch, anyway. Tottenham 1, Dortmund 0. Tottenham are in front as well. Who scored it? Christian Romero. Coventry 1, Millwall 1 as well. Millwall back level. Brady says, Mastantuono. Oh, sorry, Wally. Naki, I'm sure you're a quality player. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to just, come out and say it. I was waiting for someone else to give me the props, so thank you. Appreciate someone knows class when they see it. Reggie says, wasn't here for the start. What did you say about City at Bodo earlier, Key? Just an absolute calamity, wasn't it? Yeah, it wasn't even just a defeat, that one. That was an absolute dismantling. They got battered. 2026, Key is a feminist. New year, new Key. Well, hang on a minute. What I've always been. I've got a wife and a daughter and a mother. I can't not be a feminist. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a feminist, but you know what I mean. You can't be saying things about that. Welsh Wing says, thoughts on City losing to Bodo? Yeah, not good. Not very good. City all over the place. Away, Samed, mate, love your watch-along. I love you in the watch-along. Hit the like button if you've not already. Air Force Ones. Stop being bitter and jealous, rival fans. Arsenal coming for everything. Okay. Great. Here's Thuram. Shot on target here for Thuram, surely. Ah. I need a Thuram shot on target. Welsh Wing, oh my God, that Millwall goal was sensational. And Reggie, what City fans were calling for Pep out, ridiculous. The Arsenal lens, just mad because it took Liverpool a scrappy penalty. Well, it didn't take Liverpool a scrappy penalty, actually. For what it's worth, mate, we battered these and we were 1-0 up, but the referee wrongly ruled it out. The referee stupidly, wrongly ruled it out. On a permo, my mum is from Glimpt, small world. Noah Kiplagat, show us live game. All right, Noah, all you have to do, mate, is hit the like button, subscribe, and it just appears on the screen. So do that, mate, and yeah, sorted. Inter down the right-hand side. Come on, Inter. Not like that. Reggie, have you been to the San Siro, Key? I've been past it. I've been past it, but I've never actually been in it and watched a game or anything like that. Yeah, I've been to a few grounds in Italy. I went to watch... I've talked about it a few times, but I went to watch Liverpool in the Stadio Olimpico against Roma in the Champions League semi-final a few years ago. Did not like Rome. Did not enjoy Rome at all. The city or the stadium or the fans, just, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Adam, do not put your hopes on Inter after the performance versus PSG. It's shambolic. And Awe Samed says, I'm an Arsenal fan you may not like. Love that. No, hey, listen, we've got loads of Arsenal fans in. Reggie's an Arsenal fan. Loads of Arsenal fans who've come in and stuck with it. Welsh Wing, got loads of Arsenal fans who maybe came in to give me a bit of stick to start with and found out we're all friends here. It's all good. Preston 0, Hull 1. Oh, Preston. Where's Creed? Creed Van Crow, our resident Preston fan. He's not going to be happy boy at all. Reggie, it's a gorgeous stadium. I saw Inter play Roma there last year. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of the Stadio Olimpico. Or, yeah, like I said, or Roma as a city. It's massively overrated, Roma as a city. Finners, I'm not feeling confident that Liverpool get top 8. Really? We've got Karabag last game, mate. Karabag and Anfield last game. All we have to do, I think, is get a point tomorrow. If we get a point tomorrow, we beat Karabag, we finish on 16 points. I don't think 16 points finishes below 8th. Always, honestly, love your watch-alongs. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say so. Brady, I like what we're doing here. Mbappe going to the left. Vinny drifts to the right. And Mastantuono drops to the 10 during the last couple of attacks. Reggie, we're not friends, chat. Key bullies me and says Arsenal are rubbish. Key says Arsenal are rubbish. Thuram with a strike. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Go on! Hit it! Oh, yes! Have a bit of that then! Yes! Sucic! Arsenal are rubbish! I called it! You're right! I called it. Inter 1, Arsenal 1. This one's not over. Yeah, Gabby, look at him. Look at Jesus. Oh, come on, yeah. All right, whatever. It's 1-1. Game on. Come on, Inter. Come on, Inter. Let's have it, baby. What a strike this is. Edge of the box. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, he just uses. Is it Zubamendi? Who is it? He just curls it. Oh, just uses the body and just curls it round. It's an absolutely fabulous effort. And, yeah, Zubamendi should really have got to that, I think. Do you know what? I think David Raya should have got to that. That's not right in the top corner. Am I really being harsh? David Raya should have got to that. It's a good strike. It's a good strike. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I do. I think that one was a... I really do. I really think he should have done a bit better, though. Sir, Arsenal are rubbish. Captain Spurs, we don't like Arsenal fans. User final results 2 for Arsenal and Inter 1. What a goal, says Ed Lisboa. Formula Prague, good team, Hull. They are a good team. Yeah, I'll give them the due. They are a good team. They are playing all right, but still would have expected Preston to get the win. Mr. Sharpovich, that is an unbelievable goal. No keeper in the world is saving that. I mean, it would have been a great save. Yeah, there you go. Reggie's just said kind of where I was going with it. If he got to that, you'd say it was a great save. Could have got there, maybe. I don't know. I would say that's a little bit like... Sort of like the Senna Lamans one. Do you remember when Everton scored that goal, Dewsbury Hall, at Old Trafford? And everyone was a bit like... It's not quite in the top corner, that. It's not even quite like... It's a little bit too close to the centre for my liking. I want my keeper to get something on that. So, I don't know. He was unsighted, and I'll give him his credit. He's not a bad keeper, Raya. So, but I don't know. I would have liked my keeper to get something. It was savable, but I can't blame Raya. Yeah, I'll go with that. We'll go with that. Mr. Sharpovich, Mr. Key, Champions League nights. We are here again. Yep, Champions League nights are back on Premier League, Dad. We've got tonight. Tomorrow we're doing Liverpool, Marseille. Europa League nights on Thursday. Braga against Nottingham Forest, as well as Fenerbahce against Aston Villa. We're going to be doing John Duran against his former Aston Villa teammates. Brady, whoever mentioned that Saka falls over at the gust of wind hasn't seen Vinny in the opening 20 minutes here. Jabber Lamon's got his glove to that KDH goal. His wrist failed him. Well, hey, listen, we've got goals in the game. If nothing else, we've got goals in the game now. Swansea 1, Blackburn 1. Graham, it's Champions League Tuesday. Unless you're a United fan, then it's just Tuesday. Yes. It's a Champions League Tuesday. Unless you're a United fan, then it's just a Tuesday. Love that. Graham bringing the funnies to the live. Hope we're all ready for the halftime quiz. Or I hope we've all brought a halftime quiz. That's the homework's on you guys. As much as it is me. Remember, being a member of Premier League Dad, being a subscriber, you get a very important responsibility. Occasionally you have to turn up with questions. Because we have quizzes going on. We have quizzes. And unless I get a little cheeky win on the old lottery tonight, then I've not got anyone to do it for me, so it's all me. Elizabeth Aguti says a win for Arsenal, the Gunners. Shell says Spurs playing quite well. Spurs playing well and 1-0 up as well. Something Arsenal aren't anymore. Always, it is just football. No. It's not just football. As Bill Shankly said, some people say it's a matter of life and death. I say no. It's more important than that. Captain Spurs, let's have a round of applause for Jed Spence. Always football quiz. Yep, football quiz. We're not going to be doing any general knowledge. Just football. Here's Eze. Oh, Inter pinch it. Unlucky. Better. Wanderless, you okay, Key? What's your thoughts on this game? Well, I was certainly in the first 15 minutes, I really thought Arsenal were going to run away with it. Inter scoring has just brightened my evening up, and now I really don't know what to make of it because Inter aren't playing particularly well still, but neither are Arsenal. Feels a little bit all over the place, the game at the minute. Wanderless, you okay, Key? We've done that one, sorry. 3-star Thursday's Europa League night for United fans. It's just Thursday night when the Strand washes his hair. And Reggie says debating whether to pick up a Domino's at half time. What's your Domino's order, Reggie? Yeah, what's your Domino's order? Not just Reggie. Get your order in the chat. I'm not sponsored by Domino's. Maybe I should be. But yeah, what's your Domino's order? Poo Poppy, I got a bit of a shock in the Man City game. Jolly and Lescott's new hair. Yeah, he's definitely been to Turkey, hasn't he? Fantastic hairline from Jolly and Lescott. Cody Bond, do you consider this game boring? Not really, no. I wouldn't say it's boring. It's not necessarily entertaining, but it's not really boring. It's probably about as entertaining as an Arsenal game gets, though. Liverpool against Inter was like this earlier in the season. Inter generally do play like this at home. Yeah, Arsenal, well, they do when they're playing against a decent team. I'm hoping when we watch Inter against Pisa on Friday night, Inter Milan against Pisa on Friday night, they'll maybe come out and step out a little bit more. Whereas if you look at them there, Arsenal have got to throw in. Look how many Inter bodies are behind the ball. 10. 10 bodies behind the ball. There's only one who was slightly further advanced. On a Permo, thin and crispy, double barbecue sauce, double cheese, double pepperoni. Barbecue sauce on a pizza. Oh no. I'll be honest though, I'm not a fan of barbecue sauce on it. I don't like barbecue ribs. Don't like barbecue dip. Don't like barbecue sauce full stop. But barbecue sauce on a pizza is just no. Reggie, I'm a bit of a sicko. I do a plain cheese and tomato. Can you just save us a job, mate, and just block yourself? Into driving forward. Oh, hit it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, my. Where's my pen gone? Fucking, why? Why? They've got an overload. Hit it. Why do they insist on fannying around? 2-0 Madrid. Captain Spurs says Dortmund red card. It's such a harsh red card for Dortmund, says Poo Poppy. And Jabba says Inter should have gone ahead there. Terrible finish. I know. What's he done? Why? What's he doing? Suchic's probably messed it up as much as anything. But Thuram, all he's got to do is get that on target. The Leftovers channel. Ha 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 ha. Cry more. Okay. Alright, mate. You okay? On a permo, I was never a fan of barbecue sauce on a pizza, but I had it a few years ago and it's banging. Has to be Domino's though, not some shop bought one. And Shell likes barbecue chicken on a pizza. I very nearly divorced my wife when I found out that her father-in-law, that would be my dad, wouldn't it? Her dad, consumes tuna. I think it's tuna and pepperoni. Tuna and pepperoni he has, which is just mad. Who has tuna on a pizza? Fish on a pizza full stop is mad. Preston 0, Hull 2. And Real Madrid now 2-0 in front with Mbappe. Wally, have you seen the Wolves fan who had his chicken nuggets stolen? No. No. Our Leftovers channel says have to see Keys tears when we win. Yeah, well, you're not going to be seeing many now, are you? Let's be honest. GTFC, how many Arsenal fans have you made cry today? Saturday was beautiful. How many Arsenal fans have I made cry? I don't know. Record numbers. Justo from Kenya. Arsenal win. Lots of love to Kenya, mate. Lots of love to Kenya. Ben says, is the Interview Arsenal game available in HDR or have I had a myrrh? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is available in HDR. It's on Prime, so I would guess so. Jabba, I've stopped eating my tuna pepperoni pizza. I'm feeling judged. It's mad. I don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would have fish on pizza. Sir, mine and the kids like Texas barbecue. See, mine's meat feast. All day, every day. Mine is like... Not Meteor. Meteor's the one with the barbecue layer in it. Sporting 0, PSG 1. And Wally says, why would Arsenal fans cry about being 7 clear? Well, no, I think it's more that they come in crying about the fact that someone's gaining any sort of enjoyment out of their misfortune. As if they don't do the same with Spurs or anyone else when they lose. I'm sure they laughed tonight when City got beat. User Q8LE says, where I live, the local people put ketchup, mayo, barbecue sauce, and you couldn't see the damn pizza. Fair enough. It takes all sorts, doesn't it? Horses for courses and all that. Brady says, what's your 11 for tomorrow, Key, my friend? Again, it's going to depend very much on who we've got fit. Ideally, I would just go with the same lineup as the Burnley game. I don't think we change anything. Can't really change anything, let's be honest. Yeah, can't really change anything. Yeah, no, I guess we'll see. I think we could probably... I don't know when Leone's back. He's certainly back training. Arsenal far post. Oh, here you go. Scripted FC. Corner. Corner and in. Far post. Gabby Jesus gets his second. It's just, yeah. It's just, what else can you say? Arsenal score from a set piece. Just, do you know what? Save the newspapers a job. Save the newspapers a job tomorrow. Because all they're going to do is just... surely they just do this every day. Just template. I'm sure the sports pages at the back have got Arsenal winner from a corner saved. Just have that written down every day, every game week. And just have that there as that's your headline, pretty much. Scrappy winner off a corner. Scrappy winner off a corner again for Arsenal. Yeah, that'll work 37 games out of 38. There you go. Job done. Set piece FC. Set piece again, says Welshwing 98. And Reggie says we do that every set piece. Send it back post, knock it back across, works a treat. It does. Yeah. Tell you just got to get someone on the back post. It's never near post. It's always back post, floated far post ball. It's the same goal every week. Mr. Sharpovich, I don't think I've seen a more dominant away performance in Europe this season. Don't wind me up. You know that's just not true. You know that's not true. That's trying to wind me up. Reese handles every trophy with set piece FC engraved on it. And Gremlin says, come on, I guess the first goal was scrappy. Well, yeah, it was scrappy. Of course it was scrappy. Of course it was scrappy. Shell, come on, Inter, for God's sake. If it works, it works. Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, if it works, it works. But it's still not great, though, is it? Nostalgia Bunker says Arsenal need to be very careful because Arsenal haters might start throwing some knuckle sandwiches. Arsenal haters? Nah, no one's throwing knuckle sandwiches. It's none of that. All good fun. Tom Bowers, cheers for the super chat. Tom, put a tenner every week on Arsenal scoring corners. You'll win it. You'll win it 36 games out of 38, won't you, in the Premier League? Arsenal to score off a corner. It's ridiculous. Levin Moja, live from Busia Obakai. And Welshwing says, I know you're a critic at Arsenal scoring set pieces, but are you just as critical of teams not defending them? Yes! It's incredibly frustrating. It's contributing to this massively shit season we're having, where set pieces are like kryptonite to everyone. It's making for really awful games of football. Set pieces, and if that's what football is, it's like watching the lineouts in rugby union, where they go and start just like lifting players up on the shoulders. I'm surprised Arsenal haven't started doing that yet. Is it illegal to actually lift players up on the shoulder to get, give them a pog up or something like that? I'm surprised Arteta's not. He's such an innovator. He's starting to do. He's bringing rugby into football. We'll see a bit of that soon. Give him a pog up. You'll see Arsenal players like doing a little just go. Not what's the bring it on the dance thing where they're all like studs on his shoulders. Give him a bit of height. Go on, we'll flip him up. Jesus tonight. Ferran says the opposition team should also defend well. You won the league scoring a lot of goals from corners. Guess what? Liverpool scored the highest number of goals from a corner in a single calendar year. Yeah, but we weren't reliant on him. That's the problem. We weren't reliant on him. The goals that Arsenal score from corners are nearly always decisive goals. That's the difference. Liverpool scoring from corners. Goals from corners in general are not a bad thing. They're not a bad thing. It's relying on him. It's just relying on him. Gremlin, you can't lift players in football. Well, I'm sure there'll be a way of thinking about it. I'm sure there'll be a way of working around it. Maybe they can, I don't know. There's got to be a workaround. There's definitely got to be a workaround. We're going to start throwing Trossard at the near post on corners soon. Arsenal, if Van Dijk was scoring from corners, you would glaze the life out of him. Van Dijk does score off corners, but he doesn't. That's not our primary method of scoring. Set pieces, corners, it's boring. Martinelli loves to lift players. You know it, Tom. You called it, mate. The thug. Part of the reason Bradley's out for the season. Classless Martinelli. But yeah, you say it's illegal to lift players. Hang on a minute. If you were an Arsenal player and you just, I don't know, let's say Arteta said, right, all I want you to do, let's say who's the shittest on corners, who's like small, Saka, miles wide. Yeah, someone, maybe like Saka, right? Saka, all I want you to do is just stand and we'll get blockers either side of you. And what's going to happen is, Gabriel's going to come and run and jump on your back and give it the old Rio Ferdinand celebration. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember the Rio Ferdinand celebration where he runs and jumps on your shoulders like that? That one. I'm telling you, surely you can't get fouled for doing that to your own teammate. I bet you referees would get confused as hell, and I bet you that's the next thing Arsenal fans start to do. Well, not Arsenal fans. Arsenal players start to do. Let's start doing lineups on corners. Poo Poppy, Arsenal already play rugby during corners. Might as well add a line-out technique. It's true. Favour Morogbe. You can be objective even if you hate a team. You're struggling to cook up a reason why you hate Arsenal so much. I don't hate Arsenal. Why are you saying I hate Arsenal so much? I don't hate Arsenal. I just don't like the style of football. That's it. I don't hate Arsenal. I've said this repeatedly, mind way. So when Arsenal say it should deliberately be stopping themselves to score from a corner. No, they shouldn't. And I get it. Like I said, I get it. We'll repeat this oft, but Arsenal fans will accept any dreary style of football because you haven't won a title in decades. So you'll accept anything. You'll literally accept any old pig swill football. And that's what you're getting. You're getting served up pig swill. But it's working. It is literally like you've been starving and someone's thrown you, like, I don't know, Aldi's own brand dry crackers. Aldi's own brand dry crackers, you've been thrown. A small bag full of them because you've been starving. That's basically what Arsenal are getting. Spurs are now 2-0 up. What is that, Inter Milan? Reggie says Key doesn't hate Arsenal. He just hates us Arsenal fans. I don't hate Arsenal fans. Just you, Reggie. We made this clear. Just you. Captain Spurs. Goals from open play are not for everyone. And Erel Lisboa says, what is the point of taking a corner if not to score a goal? If Arsenal's supposed to take corners just for the sake of it without trying to score, it's the same with a free kick or a penalty. No. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing at all wrong with it. Arsenal just play a style of football that I don't find particularly palatable. Let's call it that. I don't like Arsenal's style of football. Don't confuse that for I hate Arsenal. Like I said, I grew up, Arsenal were probably my second team. They weren't my second team, but they were as close to a second team as I could have reasonably had because they stopped United winning league titles. And I do hate United. So anyone who stops United winning titles, they're all right by me. They are all right by me. Andy, Everton pushing now to sign a new winger with Grealish injured. Wow, how long is he out injured for? Jag, it's hard to think of Liverpool winning the league playing boring football because Liverpool almost exclusively choose managers who play attractive ball. Correct. Not almost exclusively. Exclusively. The one time we did choose a manager who was a little bit more pragmatic, Roy Hodgson, he was out within 6 months. Gone. Fans wouldn't accept it. 2-0 to the Tottenham. Here we go again, another Arsenal corner. Wouldn't be a surprise, would it? Let's be honest. Copenhagen 0, Napoli 1. And it's Scott McTominay of all people. Scott McTominay. Reggie, feed me a pig swill quadruple any day of the week. Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up getting, I'm sure. Alfie, does anyone agree that Arsenal play better in the Champions League than they do in the Prem? No. No, I disagree. I think they're just as effective. They're very effective in both of them. Tom Bowers, Key rooting for United on the weekend. I promise you I'm not. I'm excited, though, for that game because I can't really lose either way. Whoever loses, whatever, even if it's a draw, that's fine by me. Someone's dropping points in that game. Mark, he says he doesn't hate Arsenal, but supports every team that plays against them and cries whenever Arsenal score. Yeah, because I don't like the way Arsenal play. And I also don't support whoever Arsenal are playing against, by the way. That's not true, as you will see on Sunday. As you will see on Sunday, that is patently not the case. Prince Rupert, what about Rafa Benitez? Rafa was not negative. He really wasn't negative. He got a little bit more negative towards the end of his tenure. but he certainly wasn't negative. Some of the best football I've seen as a Liverpool fan was under Rafa Benitez. Jabba Grealish has to get checked out. He might have a broken bone in his foot. Harry Wilson from Fulham being looked at. You'd have a red shite. A cop-ite gobshite playing for Everton. Never. I don't believe that. Poo Poppy, I started supporting Arsenal during the George Graham years. Boring is fine with me. Yeah, 1-0 to the Arsenal then. Finners, Arsenal to score 3+ corners. Guaranteed money. Hey, how's my bet doing? Let's have a look at my bets. So I've currently got Gabby Jesus shot on target. That's happened. Marcus Thuram hasn't though. The pudding. He's not got anything. He's skied about 4 chances. How many corners have we had so far? How many corners and how many shots on target have we had? Oh, yellow cards. Have we had any yellows yet? Don't think we've had any yellows, have we? No yellows. Oh, I need some yellows. We've had 5 corners. So I need another 4 corners, 3 yellows. Do you know what? David Raya's not even made a save. He's not even made a save. What is going on? Right, well, we'll get rid of that. That's done. Let's get the old YouTube chat back up. Nostalgia Bunker, they think rivals hate the most. The thing rivals hate the most about Arsenal is that they have become unbullyable when they used to be bullied playing pretty football. They're very effective. Like I said, they are, for me, I have give Arsenal credit that they are the best side for me in Europe at controlling the game. Which is almost a backhanded compliment, but it's not meant to be. Welsh Wing, is there actually a cop-ite to gobshite's chant? Yes, of course there is. That's exactly what they sing. Jabber, very nearly there for Inter. Captain Spurs 3 before half-time. Come on, you Spurs. On a permo, sorry, shell up, we're still friends. Reggie, Harry Wilson has Tottenham flop written all over him. Harry Wilson, for me, is better than James Maddison. I think that Harry Wilson's a fantastic player. Inter corner, headed away. Arsenal just about clear it away. Oh, far post. How have you let that go out? Oh, you silly, silly boy. Sarah says it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with Arsenal. Is the obnoxious fans who think Arsenal are world beaters? Well, they are at the minute. Let's be honest. They are world beaters. I mean, they've not won anything for a long time, but they are right now. They're the best team in Europe, probably. Let's say on current form. Poo Poppy, would you swap Emery with Slot? I wouldn't swap any manager in world football with Arne Slot right now. Not a single one. None of them. Reggie, I think Wilson is great. Can just see him ruining his career with the Spurs, a la Brennan Johnson. And I would love Harry Wilson at Everton, says Shell. He would be a very astute signing, I've got to say. Almost a very Everton signing. But how much would Fulham want for him? Right, we've only got 1 minute left of the first half. We'll go through all the half-time scores in the Championship and the Champions League at half-time. So very, very nearly half-time. Egyptonicus, look who's back. And Mugger Wassam says Inter will win 3-4. Oh, I hope so. It is half time in this one. So let's close that. So there you go, half time. Wally, any halftime quizzes? Yes, we have got a halftime quiz. I'm just preparing. 1 second. We have got a halftime quiz, of course. Josh, you say Arsenal are the most boring team, yet watch every single game. Why? Obsessed that much? I don't watch every single game. No, I haven't watched every single Arsenal game. Actually, I've watched probably less Arsenal games than you might think. But they are, obviously, they're the top of the Premier League, so they're on telly and given prime slots in the schedule more than you think. So usually when Arsenal are playing, there's not really many other teams that are playing at the same time. Like, for example, on Sunday, it's Man United against Arsenal, so of course I'm going to watch it. Here come more Arsenal trolls. Hey, listen, we've only had a few tonight, so it's all good. Right, so halftime quiz. Halftime quiz is coming up in just a second. I need you to do two things for me before we do. First off, hit the like button if you can. If you haven't already, if you're new around here, make sure you hit the follow, subscribe button, whichever one it is. Wherever you're watching, Twitch or YouTube, wherever it might be. Right, so, given we are watching Inter Milan against Arsenal tonight, I was going to say, tell me players who've played for both Inter Milan and Arsenal. There are a few, but I'm not going to go that direction. We're going to go a slightly different direction. And that is, can you tell me, if you can, the top 20 Italians by number of appearances in Premier League history? The top 20 Italians by Premier League appearances in history. Get your answers in the chat. Get your answers in the chat. Who are the top 20 most populous appearances in Premier League history? Italians with the most appearances in the Premier League. Hi Aid, how's it going? Good to see you. Josh says, lads, if you think this is trolling, if Arsenal win the league, if I were rival fans, I'd deactivate all of social media because you ain't seen shit yet. Why? What are they going to do? Everyone said this about Liverpool. 30 years. We won it. Nothing happened. The same thing with Arsenal. And then the thing is with Arsenal is at least when Liverpool won it, it was like, well, yeah, I mean, you are undeniably the best team. You play good football. You play that sort of heavy metal, relentless gegenpress football. You've got two unbelievable attackers, maybe even three with obviously Firmino, Mane, Salah, absolute world-class side from back to front. With Arsenal, you just don't see that. With Arsenal, it's kind of like, well, yeah, you've won it, but like, you're playing awful football. Everyone's commenting how really poor the league is. You've won it, but like, yeah, like, well done. You've won it. You've won it by default. Right, Balotelli, yes. Balotelli is correct. He has 70 Premier League appearances. Zola is also correct. Zola, he has 229 Premier League appearances. He's number one, which is mad considering he only came to the Prem when he was 30 years old, Zola. So yeah, Gianfranco Zola, first in this list, 229 appearances. Balotelli, Zola, Tonali, yes, Tonali creeps in, number 19 in this list, 66 Premier League appearances. Paolo Di Canio, Aid Bird. Yes, Paolo Di Canio is correct. He is number 4, 190 Premier League appearances. Graziano Pella, Cody Bond. Great answer. Yeah, Graziano Pella is number 18, 68 Premier League appearances. Mainly, well, it was mainly for Southampton. It was Southampton, wasn't it? Not Makeda, no. Emerson Palmieri is correct. 122 for Chelsea and for West Ham. Ravanelli sneaks in there. The white feather. Ravanelli, 64 Premier League appearances. He's number 20 on the list. That's the lowest you're going to get. 64 Premier League appearances is good enough for 20th in the top 20 Italians in Premier League history. Not Materazzi and not Vialli. No, Vialli kind of only played for a short period of time and then he became a manager. So not Vialli. Di Canio, yes. Jorginho. Jorginho is third. 196 for Chelsea and Arsenal. Not Chiesa. No. Vicario. He is correct. Yeah, Vicario is 13th. 84 Premier League appearances and counting. We've got Zola, we've got Jorginho, we've got Emerson, Vicario. Barini is correct. Yes, Barini is 10th. He has 111 Premier League appearances. Veron is Argentinian, Liam. Sandro Tonali we've already got. You've currently got Ravanelli, Tonali, Graziano Pella, Balotelli, Vicario, Barini, Emerson, Di Canio, Jorginho and Zola. Cudicini, great answer, yeah. Cudicino, Carlo Cudicini, 6th in the list, 161 appearances. Not Attilio Lombardo, again, he was only a player for a very short period of time in with Palace and then, moved on, but a talented player nonetheless. Not Baiano. But one of his teammates was in the list. Not Francesco Baiano, but one of his teammates was in the list. Lots of Italian names in Argentina, to be fair. Yeah. Juan Sebastian. Speaking of Barini, he's apparently playing for Salford these days. No, it is. Yeah, it is. That is him. Yeah. Ogbonna is correct. Tom Bowers. Yeah, Ogbonna second with 201 Premier League appearances. Di Matteo is correct. Yeah, Di Matteo we have got at 9th with 110. Sorry, 119. 119 at 9th. Not Lanzini. Lanzini is Argentinian as well. So you're waiting on 5th, 7th. Tell you what, I'll give you a clue. 5th played for Sheffield Wednesday. He played for Bradford. I think he might have played for Villa as well. Played for a few different clubs around that sort of late 90s Premier League era. So there's him. There was another one who played as a fullback for Everton. Shell, you should get that. Not Calafiori. No, not Udogie. Pistoni. Pistoni is correct. Pistoni, 149 Premier League appearances for Everton. Benito Carboni. Yes, Benito Carboni, 177. Fabulous player. Number 11 is a centre-back for Middlesbrough. A centre-back for Middlesbrough. Foxy, we're talking about Italians for the Prem. Sorry, mate. Yes, we are. Apologies, I didn't see your comment. Yeah, we are. We're talking about the top 20 Italians in Premier League history by number of appearances. We've currently got Ravanelli, Tonali, Pella, Balotelli, Vicario, Barini, Di Matteo, Emerson, Pistoni, Cudicini, Carboni, Di Canio, Jorginho, Ogbonna and Zola. So you got 15, you got 5 left to get. 5 left to get. Santon is correct. And Macaroni as well. Yeah, Massimo Macaroni, 81 Premier League appearances. Davide Santon, 82. So you've got another centre-back who played for Middlesbrough. Egyptomicus, yeah, Festa. Gianluca Festa, 100 Premier League appearances. You've got a goalkeeper. And you've got a player who played for Derby for most of his career in the Premier League. It's a bit more of an older one. That one, that's kind of like mid to late 90s. So that one, if you've not got that age in you, then you're probably not going to get number 12. Number 12 played 95 Premier League times. He was a teammate of Francesco Baiano, teammate of Ravanelli. And number 14, Iranio, there you go, yeah, Stefanio Iranio, 95 Premier League appearances, he's 12th. And number 14 in the list is a goalkeeper that used to play for Arsenal. Oh, there you go. Vito Minoni. Vito Minoni is correct, yeah, 14th, 82 Premier League appearances. So there you go, they are the top 20 Italians by Premier League appearances in Premier League history. Well done. Number 20 was Ravanelli, 64. Then it was Tonali, 66. Graziano Pella, Southampton striker. He scored a couple of great goals, didn't he? Balotelli at 17. Why always me? I wish he'd never signed for Liverpool. So excited when we signed him, but he was Fucking dreadful. 16 Macaroni for Middlesbrough. Again, I think would he be classed as a Borough legend, Massimo Macaroni, for the run to Europe and the UEFA Cup final and everything. He was brilliant for them. Davide Santon at 15, 14 Vito Manoni, 13 Vicario of Spurs, 12 is Iranio, 11 Festa, Gianluca Festa, that is, not Uncle. 10 is Barini, 9 is Roberto Di Matteo, 8 Emerson Palmieri, 7 Pistoni, Alessandro Pistoni, formerly of Everton. Cudicini is 6, 5 is Benito Carboni, 4 Paolo Di Canio with 190 Premier League appearances, 3rd Jorginho 196, 2nd Angelo Ogbonna with 201, and then 1st is Gianfranco Zola, sorry. Where's Dallabonna on the list? Sam Dallabonna, I would imagine, is a lot lower down. 25, actually not that far down. 25, yeah, 21 was Francesco Baiano, 22 was a doggy, 23 was Matteo Darmian, 24 was Vialli, and 25 was Sam Dallabonna. There you go. I didn't think Dallabonna would have been that many. I thought he only played maybe a handful of games for Chelsea. Charles Murphy. Is gelato ravioli in there? Yeah, something like that. I think I only knew about 5 of these. To be honest, most of the Italians are concentrated towards the earlier Premier League years, I think. Marcus Svensson. Well, the compilation of you crying are much more entertaining than this. Hey, there you go. Well, I'm glad you're getting entertained somehow, Marcus. Reggie says he did what on Tony? Thanks, Mr. Gabriel Jesus. Silenzi may not be a Forest legend, but we never forgot how crap he was. 2-0, Liam Manning. Egyptonicus, Calafiori. Calafiori, I would imagine, is not far behind. He's probably 26. 26, Gabbiadini. 27, Stefano Okaka. 28, Willie Nonto. And then 29 is Riccardo Calafiori. Calafiori's got 35 appearances for Arsenal in the Premier League. And Michael Coyote has got 34 for Brentford. Calafiori signed last year, didn't he? Christ, honestly, Calafiori has only got about as many Premier League appearances as Moise Keane. That tells you everything, doesn't it? Jay Braz says, we are Gunners, we're just enjoying and showing into that we aren't the Gunners they expected. He'll definitely break through that list. I would imagine so, yeah. Ravanelli, 64 Premier League appearances. If Calafiori stays for another 12 to 18 months and he stays relatively fit, I would imagine he breaks that. Diamanti was a talent at West Ham as well. What was his name? Who was the other young Italian they signed? Oh, I don't think he was Italian, was he? Who was the young player at West Ham signed? I'm sure he was Italian. Not Savio. Savio came in from Italy, but I don't think it's him I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think who it was. I'm struggling now. But yeah, Alessandro Diamanti, remember him well. Brendan, how's it going, Brendan? Was about to say Dossena, but looks like he only has about 25 appearances between Liverpool and Sunderland. Yeah, just came in, scored great goals against Real Madrid and United and legged it. Calafiori's a great player, but he's injury prone, says Pooh Poppy. Well, listen, we are about to kick off for the second half. So if you're new around here, can you do 2 things for me? Or consider. I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to ask you. Ask you to do 2 things for me. 3 things, actually. First thing I'm going to ask you to do is hit like on the video if you've not already. Second thing I'm going to ask you to do is, if you haven't already, subscribe. I'm new. I'm live every single day watching games of football. And if you like this sort of thing, if you enjoy watching games of football, wherever you are in the world, whatever team you support, whether you're an Arsenal fan coming to drink my tears, just coming to collect Keys' tears, or whatever nonsense you say. If that is your thing, then hit the subscribe button and you'll see more of that. But if not, then that's fine too. Good to have it in the chat either way. But I am live every single day. Tomorrow we're live for Liverpool Marseille. We're live on Thursday for Braga against Nottingham Forest, as well as Aston Villa away at Fenerbahce in the Europa League. Friday night we're back for Inter against Pisa. Inter flying high at the top of Serie A, and they are dangerously close to getting caught by AC Milan, who play Roma on Sunday. We're going to be watching Roma AC Milan on Sunday night. And also, by the way, as well, I will just say this as well. If you haven't already, consider availing yourself of the offer brought to you by our partners, Midnight. The players are just about coming back out for the second half. But yeah, if you haven't yet, please consider going and downloading the Midnight app and getting yourself 30 quid in free bets. You can click the link in the chat, or you can click the link in the description. Get yourself 30 quid in free bets from Midnight, the Premier League dad partner for the rest of January. Great bunch of guys, Midnight, and they are also best odds guaranteed. And you can get once you've had a win, once you've had a big win, unlike other bookies who it takes like 3-4 days to get your money out, these you get out in seconds. It's super quick, super quick, quicker than any other I've experienced. So go and check them out. Great bunch of guys, and 30 quid in free bets is waiting if you're into that sort of thing. Obviously 18 plus, new customers only, terms and conditions apply. If you're not into gambling at all, then that's totally fine. Stay away from it, not your thing. And with that said, let's kick off for the second half. There you go. Arsenal get us underway, or rather Inter get us underway. Come on, Key, get the chat going. I've got the timer going. Brendan, so is the decision made? Channel continuing beyond January? Yes, channel is definitely continuing beyond January. 100%. To be honest, mate, I would have probably stopped. Yeah. Before the start of December. But literally in the last 2 months, the channel's gone from doing maybe 250,000 views a month to like 2 million views a month. It's just absolutely exploded this month, and obviously subscribers have shot up, everything's shot up, so yeah, I would be stupid if I didn't see it through at this point. Foxy, West Ham, Borriello, Zaza, and Di Michele. What a player Di Michele was as well. Egyptomicus, wow, you stream games from everywhere around the world, don't you? Yes. Yeah, we do. Well, we've done that. We've done the Argentinian Primera Liga. We've done... Saka, get it away. We've done the Argentinian Primera Liga. We've done loads of them. Absolutely loads. Latvian League, Finnish League, Norwegian League, the Danish Super Cup final, the German League, the French League, Spanish League, Portuguese League. We've done everything. And we're doing the Italian League and the Spanish League this weekend. So yeah, there's a game on every single day. 365 days a year, there's a game of football on somewhere in the world, and I watch it. That's what we do. Foxy, congrats with the views. Keep it going. All about consistency. Prince Rupert, for once you're actually only a few seconds ahead of me, Key. I'm shocked, but it's nice not having to pause you for a minute to be in sync. That's good. That's good. Andy Braithwaite says, hi Key, just wondering, you're a Spurs fan, right? All you do is cry about Arsenal. I've not cried on this channel once yet. Key flies his studio all over the world. That's the plan. That is literally the plan. With a bit of luck, that is exactly what will be happening. Villarreal 1, Ajax 0. Oluwaseyi has scored. Oluwaseyi, sorry. And he's the one that Minnesota sold. You know the guy who now manages West Brom? Eric Ramsey. He was managing him at Minnesota. And he's gone to Villarreal now. Jay Chambers, Arsenal are going to win the league and the cup. Brendan says he's going to get a new Arsenal bed sheets to celebrate the channel's success. Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll get Arsenal bed sheets, Arsenal curtains, Arsenal everything. Foxy, we need some J-League or K-League games when the season starts. The thing is that that's the difficult time. The difficult time is when the season's kind of like ended I'm still trying to hit the one game a day. Because then you're scrambling around for leagues around the world where there is still a game being played. That's why we ended up watching the Saudi Pro League on Christmas Day. Sat here watching the Saudi Pro League on Christmas Day. Genie Wijnaldum scored as well. Foxy says, was going to say Sudamericana or Libertadores, but they start too late with 11 p.m. Pete, is anyone watching it on Prime? I am, mate. Yeah, that's where I'm watching it. Andy, shame your team is crap. No Trent, no 60-yard passes. Your team has to learn how to play football again. You said it, Andy. Jabberk, he already admitted to wearing his Arsenal kit to bed, allegedly. That's, again, never ever been proven. Only allegations, that. Jag, can I make you an LA Galaxy fan, as that is my number one team and local team? I can send you a scarf from my supporters group. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice of you to say. Well, I'll be an honorary LA Galaxy fan, yeah. I haven't really got a team in any other league. I just like watching Liverpool, but I watch everyone. But yeah, I'll happily be an LA Galaxy fan. Captain Spurs, Bewerky, Arsenal trolls are among us. And it's Reggie, that. It's Reggie getting him in. Standard Reggie behaviour. We're not even going to call them trolls anymore. They're just Reggies. That Arsenal bedsheets comment made me laugh out loud, to be fair. 3-star says, I get it on Prime and I'm a Forest fan. Why are you watching Arsenal if you're a Forest fan, 3-star? Cry about Arsenal more. Shame your team is crap. You can't watch football. Or does that only work if it's Liverpool? Sorry. Reese says, Key walks around the house in a full Arsenal kit, shin pads and everything. Edge of the box. Eze, unlucky. Better from the keeper. Much better. Pete, is the stream dodgy? Not for me. No, not for me. It seems fine. Seems fine for now. Jay Chambers says, Key, would you rather City win the league and not Arsenal, as you do have a fit when we score any goal? Would I rather City win the league? Yes. Yeah, I would rather City win the league than Arsenal. But I honestly, if Liverpool aren't winning the league, then I honestly don't care. Like, I don't care. I'd prefer City to win it to Arsenal, because at least with City, they play better football. Arsenal don't play good football. Arsenal are anti-football. It's not even football that Arsenal play. They're very good at it, whatever it is, but it isn't football. It's, like I said, it's competitive scaffolding. That's what Arsenal play. Competitive scaffolding. Yeah, but I told you he's a blue. My local MLS club is primarily red, but also has a blue kit. Red and blue? Red and blue? Who's the red and blue? Who's that? Is that Chicago Fire, maybe? Someone like that. The William 343. You talk some much crap. That's ironic. Imagine coming in and giving stick, and you don't even get it right. Wally, better football, like losing to Bodo Glimt. I didn't say effective. I said better. The style that City play, by and large, broadly speaking, is certainly better than Arsenal. Yeah, it's 100 times better than Arsenal. When City are good, they're very good to watch. When Arsenal are good, they're very effective. That's it. That's it. That is it. They're very good. Very effective. FC Dallas, of course. Timothy Kisaki says, Inter is done. The next will be Man U. And Jabba says, Galaxy colours are blue, Key. No, they're not. They're white. They're white with yellow and slight blue piping. And it's navy blue as well. It's not royal blue. It's navy blue. If anything, it's more Tranmere. Jay Chambers says, Key, are you slot out? No, I am very much slot in. I don't believe there's a single Liverpool fan that wants Arne Slot out. Not right now. There might be some who say, well, if he doesn't do this by the end of the season. It's just... Honestly, do you know what? Chance Inter! Oh, claim for a penalty. I think he might get a pen here. This might be a penalty. This could be a penalty. There's going to be a check. Let's have a check on this one, sir. Are we going to have a check on it? Lazaro Martinez is down. Let's see this back. He's in the box. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a nailed-on penalty, that. It's a nailed-on penalty. Cuts inside. That is a pen. That has to be a pen. That has to be a pen. He don't get any of the ball. He gets none of the ball there, Saliba. Oh. He gets none of the ball. Please tell me that's got to be a VAR check. That's got to be a VAR check. Absolutely shocking. Norwich now 3-0 up and Real Madrid 3-0 up. Mastantuono scored. Salford 2, Swindon 2. Bloody hell. Reggie, where's Martinelli to throw Martinez off the pitch when you need him? And Jag says, with Xabi being available, more and more fans are genuine about slot out. Why would you want Xabi Alonso when he literally, one, we've beat him already this year. We've beat him with a much better side this year. We also beat his Bayer Leverkusen side, by the way, for what it's worth. But we beat him last year. We beat him this year. He walked out on Liverpool when he was a player, when a better offer came in. Why? And he's just been binned off by Real Madrid playing pretty crap football as well. So why would we want him? Why would you want him? Brady, I've been telling you, Mastantuono has bags of potential, plays a lot better in the Champions League than La Liga. Reggie, I'd want that given for us, but I can see why it's not been given. Saliba stood his ground and Lautaro ran into it. No, he kicks out. He literally kicks out. He kicks his leg out and the literal shin-to-shin contact gets none of the ball. That is a penalty. Every day of the week, that is a penalty. Poo Poppy, I'm an Arsenal fan. It looked like a Champions League pen. There you go. I'm glad we've got some common sense amongst the Arsenal fans. That's good to see. Thank you, Poo Poppy. Jag, also him leaving Real Madrid is not his fault. People are upset with Slot and they want to romanticise the past. That's it. That is it. They want to romanticise the past. Get Cesc Fabregas in. He knows how to set up a football club. Does he? Why? How are Como doing? How are Como doing? So as far as I can tell, they're not getting into Champions League. Trossard just wide. That was better. That was better football. Again, it's a cross in, but... Hey, Creed, how's it going? Are you still getting beat? Preston's still getting beat tonight, mate. I'm sorry I'm not having a dig, but... Are they still getting beat? 3-0. Oh, my God. I didn't think it was 3-0. Keep talking like that, Keel. Get the Reggies back in here. Norwich are 4-0 up against West Brom. Oh my God. Eric Ramsey has had a shocking start to life as Baggy's manager. West Brom 4-0 down against Norwich. And Real Madrid now 4-0 up. Tilo Kehrer. Yeah, it's a bad do. Come on, Preston. In the Champions League, by the way, Copenhagen 0, Napoli 1, Inter 1, Arsenal 2 here, Olympiacos 2, Leverkusen 0, Real Madrid 4, Monaco 0, Sporting 0, PSG 0, Tottenham 2, Dortmund 0, Villarreal 1, Ajax 0. FA Cup, Salford 2, Swindon 2, by the way. Come on, you Gunners, says Jay Chambers. I wish Inter wins, says the hidden boy. You and me both. Brendan says, harsh to say he walked out on us as a player. Benitez fucked him around with Gareth Barry stuff. It was always going to be very hard for him to turn down Madrid. I know, but isn't that just the same logic as like, well, you know, I don't know, Trent? Always hard to turn down Madrid. Like I said, I think Xabi Alonso, at the end of the day, we all the fans are romanticising him as if he's like this unbelievable manager and unbelievable. All fans have done all season is take the piss out of the Bundesliga. And it's true. Like, he's done well in the Bundesliga. He hasn't done well at Real Madrid. I honestly think it's ridiculous to sack a guy who has already won the Premier League at his first attempt. Why on earth would you sack him? Why on earth would you sack him? Reggie, Kehrer is at Madrid. When did that? No, it was an own goal. Tilo Kehrer, own goal. He's at Monaco, mate. PSG have scored against Sporting Lisbon 1-0. Thuram with a strike. There you go. I've got me Thuram strike now. I've got me Thuram shot on target. What do I need now? How many corners have we had? Have we had any cards yet in this? No cards. I need this referee to start giving some cards. I need 2 corners, 3 cards, and an Inter Milan goal. There you go. 2 corners, 3 cards, and an Inter Milan goal, please. For 30 quid. Butterborn says, what are the championship scores? I'll tell you now, mate. The championship scores are as follows. West Brom are now 4-0 down at home. West Brom 0, Norwich 4. Wrexham 0, Leicester 0. Swansea 3, Blackburn 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Birmingham 0. Preston 0, Hull 3. Oxford 0, QPR 0. Ipswich 2, Bristol City 0. Coventry 1, Millwall 1. And Charlton 1, Derby 2. Derby County could be an outside chance of the playoffs. You know, they keep playing like they have been. They're only 2 points off the playoffs now with Preston losing. Jag, I don't disagree with you, Key, but people are saying Slaughter's lost the locker room, using Curtis Jones arguing with him in the last game as an example. Hang on, how many times did we see Klopp doing that? How many times did we see Klopp arguing with players? It used to happen every other week. Jabber, Key, did Slot win Klopp's trophy? I get different answers from Reds. Right. Do you know what? And honestly, I am absolutely certain that Liverpool fans... Do you know what? It's not just Liverpool fans. It's not just Liverpool fans. I hear this a lot from, like... It's the argument of, well, yeah, you don't go the games. You don't go the games, so you don't know. You don't know what the people in the crowd think. Right? Or you don't know what the average football fan in the crowd thinks. I'm like, I'm glad. I'm glad. Have you seen how stupid the average football fan is? Not just the average football fan, the average person. Go on Twitter. Go on Twitter and have a look. That's the average football fan these days. Jesus, honestly. So yeah, when someone says, "Oh well, he just won it with Klopp's team," as if he just rolled in and just went, "Right, lads, I'm just going to put my feet up here. You guys do what you want." Honestly, Sky Sports were doing full segments on Arne Slot and how many changes he made to that Liverpool team last year. Dominic Szoboszlai was a completely different player. Didn't even do anything under Jurgen Klopp. Gravenberch, crap under Jurgen Klopp. He got in the team of the year under Slot. There's loads of things that Slot did differently to Jurgen Klopp. It's madness to think that he just came in and he had the same sort of... He just gave him the sheet music that Klopp left. Do you know what I mean? Go on, lads, there you go. There's the game plan. You go and do that. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Jay Chambers, most Liverpool fans want Slot out. No, they don't. No, they don't. Well, put it this way. I know many, many Liverpool fans, and I speak to thousands doing this job. I am yet to meet a single one who wants him sacked now. A serious Liverpool fan who can give me a reasoned argument. I want to see him sacked now. It's all the bloody, for that less of a better word, the divvies on social media. Arsenal are in, should be 2. What a tackle. Who was that? Was that Bastoni? If that's Bastoni, we've got to sign him. If that is Bastoni, we have got to sign him. Saka's in. Oh, what a defender this guy is. That's what Liverpool are missing. A proper centre-back. Oh, that's a pen. Fuck yeah, that's a pen. Prince Rupert, all you need to do is listen to what the away fans are singing to know what the hardcore fans think. Yeah, I was going to say, they were singing Arne Slot's name here in Inter, weren't they? Brendan says, Jabber, you have to give Slot credit for last season, but yes, Klopp laid the groundwork. Well, Klopp finished third. Klopp finished third with that team. Butterborn, Slot should be doing better with that team, though. Should he? Why? Where is that team in the league? Do you think Liverpool have a better squad than Man City? We have a better squad than Villa. I'll give you that. We have a better squad than Villa. We should be above Villa, right? But do we have a better squad than Man City or Arsenal? The answer is no. So Liverpool should be third. We're fourth. I don't think we're actually a million miles away from where we exactly should be in the league. Sir, I always say if it was Klopp's team, why didn't Klopp win it with the same team? It's very true. Coventry have scored. It's now 2-1. And Jag says it's not talked enough about how many players took a step back this season from last. That is very true. But I also think that is partially because they've been told by the club that this is kind of their last season, or maybe the club have already started looking for exits for him. I think McAllister's one of them, genuinely. Graham says Slot gets lots of injuries and new young players need bedding in, but he's still above United. I don't want that to be the benchmark, really. I don't want that to ever be the yardstick for Liverpool if you're finishing above United, because let's be honest, last 10, 15 years, they've been garbage. Wally says, mate, you spent $500 million over the summer. So did Arsenal. So did City. That's Arsenal spent more than us. City spent more than us. Over the last 18 months, they've both spent more than us. Spending $500 million, we've just kept up. And actually, we've not even kept up because we've signed really, really young players, like 18, 19, 21, 22 players. Like, that's our signings. You've gone out and signed ready-made players. You've gone out and signed £500 million worth of Eze's and Zubamendi's and Gyökeres's. That's not what we've signed. Jay Chambers, key from the fans I've spoken to, they want him gone and want Stevie G. You broke the transfer record twice. What are you on about? We broke the transfer record twice. Once on a player who hasn't played all season and is now out for the season. Again, not Slot's fault, is it? The guy literally came in. We only actually got him fit in October. He played for maybe a month, maybe 2 before the international break. 6 to 8 weeks we got out of Isak. And he still wasn't fit because he'd not had a pre-season. And then he breaks his leg. Adam says Liverpool bench could have been improved on in the summer. Again, that's not Slot's fault, is it? That isn't Slot's fault. Slot's been sold down the river. He's been sold down the river by that board. The board did not give him the tools to win the Premier League title this year. Nowhere near. Butterborn, do you think Slot can win the title again next year? If not, he should be replaced in the summer. I think he can win the title next year if the board give him the players to do so. We need another 5 or 6 players, mate. That's nothing to do with Arne Slot. We'd need another 5 or 6 players if you sacked Slot and brought someone else in. We need 5 or 6. Easily 5 or 6. Jay Chambers says, so you should be doing better. Do Liverpool have? Just answer me that question. Just answer me that question. Do Liverpool have a better squad than Arsenal or City? The answer's no. No one can say we have a better squad than Arsenal or City. We don't. So we should be at absolute best 3rd. And genuinely, I think that's probably where we end up finishing. Brendan, don't get me wrong, it was Slot's title. What I'm saying is Klopp deserves credit for leaving the club in good shape. Klopp could have held on to an ageing squad after 21-22 for his own short-term success. I think Klopp looked at the Salah decision, the Van Dijk decision, the fact that those players were on a very, very... There's players who are in that team who he's managed and got unbelievable, he's got great distance out of, great durability out of. Robertson's nearly done. Van Dijk, nearly done. Konate, basically left. Trent has already left. Salah, basically going. Luis Diaz, sold, gone, wasn't replaced. Alexis McAllister, absolute waste. So there's all these players who Liverpool needed to replace. Plus, obviously, the Jota thing in the summer. Darwin Núñez left. Kwanzaa's a big miss. People don't even mention Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was in the England squad before he left us. He's now gone to Bayer Leverkusen. He's basically one of the best centre-backs in the Bundesliga. Reel up 5 now. Red Rebellion Slot can't build his own team in 2 transfer windows. It's true. Very true. Jay Chambers, your first 11 is just as good, maybe not the rest. Right, so what do you think wins a title? I would agree with you. If Liverpool had 11 absolute robots who could stay fit all season and we didn't really need a subs bench, we probably would win the title. We probably would. We'd win the title. If all our 11 players could play 90 minutes, 38 games a season, we'd probably win the title. But we don't. The problem is, we haven't got anyone on that left-hand side. So if Gakpo gets injured, we've got Rio Ingamoa, who's 17 years of age. You can't rely on that. We signed 18-year-old Giovanni Leone. He came in, he got an ACL on his debut. We're then relying on Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, he gets injured when a fly farts near him. Jag says, Canate, I thought he was going to Real Madrid. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I thought he was going to Real Madrid as well. I still think he ends up going to maybe PSG. Or he'll go to one of the best sides in Europe. No doubt about that. Jabber into getting more chances here. Maybe Kiel get back to the match. Maybe. It's not really an awful lot happening. There's a couple of half chances, but nothing worth noting. Ben, Kwanzaa was a massive mistake by the club, said it at the time. I think the thing with Kwanzaa is we sold him to kind of appease him because he wanted minutes, he wanted regular minutes. That's why we agreed what his contract looks like when we buy him back, and we've agreed a buyback fee with Leverkusen for 2027. So next summer, we've already got him. He's basically signing. Unless Liverpool don't take that option up, which would be madness, 50 million quid to go and get Kwanzaa back. Or is it 55? 55 to go and get Kwanzaa back, and the contract's already agreed. Reggie, Arsenal have spent less than City and Pool over the last 2 years. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Burabon, this Prime vision is sort of good, like the name tags. Not sure about the other stuff. Joe Gomez has been clutch this year. Shout out to him. Jay Chambers, well, Liverpool should have spent better. They should. Yeah, but that's not Slot. Slot doesn't decide who gets signed. That's the problem. Slot gets given players. Jabba, I blame myself for getting him on this tangent, but I was genuinely curious. Yeah, well, just so you know, for future reference, if you ask me a deep question, it will last somewhere between 30 and 35 minutes. There's no such thing as a short answer because it usually prompts several follow-up questions, which get me very irate. But yeah, we'll get back to the game. Get back to the game now. Finners Matty, this summer will be a rebuild. Summer for Liverpool, get no squad depth at all. Shell, time City got done. We had 2 points decisions for owning up. Well, I was going to say, I'd like to see, we would all like to see City, at some point get some sort of rap on the knuckles. Brendan Narkey, Klopp had Salah and Van Dijk still in their prime and they were in their top form last year. Can't say Klopp should have replaced them in his time. No, I'm not saying he should have replaced him. What I'm saying is, let me rephrase. Maybe I wasn't very clear. What I'm getting at is, Klopp looked at the impending situation with the Van Dijk and Salah contracts being up, which they were by the time he was. If he'd have stayed last year, then he knew that the decision was going to be made that season. And I think he knows that there would have been this massive furore about it. Is he going to sign? Is he not going to sign? I think he probably also got wind of Trent maybe he might not be sticking around. So, I don't know. I think Klopp just looked at the situation and went, do you know what? I don't fancy this. I don't fancy it. Yellow card for Bastoni, and he's fouled an Arsenal player. That means he's good for me. Let's get him at Liverpool. I like Bastoni more and more. He's a Liverpool player through and through him. Was it Martinelli by chance? No. Who was it? Did he kick someone? Who did he kick? Marino got booked. Did Bastoni get booked? No. Did Bastoni get booked as well? Oh, I hope he did. That's a Bastoni red card. You can't act like that. Birmingham have gone 1-0 up. Ducks. Alright, how far am I now? How far am I off this? Because I can't be too far away if we've had 2 yellow cards there. 2 yellow cards. We've had 9 corners. Right, so I've got the corners. Shots on target we've got. Right, so how many do I need now? What's the situation? What's the play? Let's have a look. I have got... Hang on. Right, so... Gabriel Jesus, yeah. Marcus Thuram, yeah. Jan Sommer, yeah. Raya, yeah. Match corners, yeah. Match cards, we've got 2. Inter or draw. I need a card, an Inter or draw. Come on. Come on. A card, an Inter or draw. Yes, Bastoni got booked for retaliating for his teammates. Butterborn, hope you beat him. Right, well, here we go. Let's get the chat back up. Let's get the YouTube chat back up. Come on, into goal, says Jag. Yeah, we need an into goal. Gabriel and Gyökeres coming on. Well, there's no more Arsenal goals then. Brady says Bellingham has been all over the pitch. Some engine, honestly, only minus so far as he missed a sitter, but he's been absolutely brilliant tonight. Wally should have never gone against an Arsenal win. Still time yet. There's still time. Inter or draw. I think that's value. Value in the Inter or draw, I'm telling you. Right, Gyökeres about to come on here. Brendan says, I get what you mean. I think Klopp was very good and selfless in making the changes that were needed in his time. Rebuilt the midfield, brought in Diaz and Jota to replace Mane and Salah. He did, but I just, like I said, I think that's why he said, because his reasoning was that he was tired. I think he looked at it and just went, I haven't got the legs for this anymore. Prince Rupert, watch Gyökeres scored a belter now you said that, Key. Just tempting fate, mate. Just tempting fate. Jag, still don't understand why Arsenal didn't rest more people. They're playing for nothing. I think Arteta is also trying to drill in, maybe not drill in, but kind of get the winning mentality back to a degree, because they drew with Liverpool, they drew with Forest. They're starting to just some doubts about whether or not Arsenal have got the ability to go the distance, and they are their own worst enemy, aren't they? Let's be honest. It only takes a couple of results. City managed to get a couple of wins, and Arsenal a couple of draws. All of a sudden, the title race becomes a bit more. It's back on again. Brendan, one blind spot for Klopp was maybe long-term planning for fullbacks and Van Dijk. Fullbacks, Van Dijk, Salah. I was gonna say. I think the problem with Klopp was that he had too much power in the end. Like the fact that he got Jorge Schmadtke, his best mate, and just got him into kind of be a director of football for a bit. Brendan, we've done that. Madrid 5-1. Oh my God. Madrid now 5-1. Monaco get one. Oh my God. Sporting Lisbon against PSG. PSG have had 2 goals disallowed. 2 goals disallowed in the PSG Sporting game. And now Sporting Lisbon have pinched it late on. What a game it is in the Salford-Swindon game as well. Salford now 3-3. Salford 3, Swindon 3. Swindon have just got a 3rd equaliser. Tafazzioli. Blimey. Come on, Inter. Wake it up. Let's try and create some sort of a tension for the last 10-15 minutes. Give us something, anything. Shell, so did Bodo before, 2 disallowed, yeah. Prince Rupert should have watched the Salford game, Key. I was going to say, if I could have known in time, ahead of time, what the games were going to be like, maybe we'd have done Salford, Swindon and Bodo Glimpse City. Oh, the referees disallowed the Swindon equaliser, so it's still 3-2. Still 3-2. So, and he realised he messed up getting Nunes instead of Isak. There's probably a bit of that as well, yeah. Jabba, ref in the Spurs Dortmund game, going for that overtime pay. Worrying result from West Brom. Absolutely incredible, isn't it, that? Eric Ramsey's come in, and in fairness, I thought West Brom played really well. Strike, good save from Sommer. Saka again. Stands it up far post. Rice. Yeah. I thought West Brom were really, really unlucky against Middlesbrough to concede so late, and that winner would have been. I thought it was really unjust anyway. And then today they've played Norwich in the bottom 3. They've gone up to go away to the Hawthorns and get a 4-0 win. What does that do for Norwich now? Does that lift them out of the Championship bottom 3? I think it might do, Copenhagen have just missed a penalty. 10 men Copenhagen very nearly going ahead against Napoli in Denmark. Oh my God. Yeah, West Brom 0, Norwich 5 it finished. They got a 5th. Quistgarden. So what does that do for Norwich? It takes them... does take them out of the relegation zone. Wow. Admittedly, they've played 3 games more than Portsmouth. But yeah, 5-0. They're actually only a point now behind West Brom. And West Brom were tipped for potential playoff places, weren't they? Bastoni has to come to Liverpool in the summer. We're missing someone like him, aren't we? Yeah. Again, it just depends on fee. McTominay scored yet again, I see, for Napoli. He did indeed, yeah. Brendan, I think Klopp's real reason for leaving was he just couldn't with the genius winning machine Arteta and his Arsenal juggernaut. Yeah, I would say it's something like that as well. He just didn't have the spirit for it, did he? Butter says, God, I would hate to play for Arteta. He has ADHD. I think he's just very, very rigid, isn't he, in terms of how he views football. Arsenal down the left-hand side with Martinelli. Keeper comes out. Gets the ball easy there. Sommer did well. Shell, leader in the Everton-Leeds game. I am, yes. Yeah, Everton. I did the thumbnail for that today. So Everton-Leeds next week. Ilman and Dye and Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the thumbnail, Shell. Sporting 1, PSG 1. Kvaratskhelia. That's the player Liverpool should have gone for. As soon as we couldn't get Diaz, or as soon as we knew Diaz was going, we needed to go and get Kvaratskhelia. That was the one we needed to go and get. He's absolutely incredible. He's my favourite player in Europe at the minute, him. Kvaratskhelia. Unbelievable player. Absolutely incredible to watch. Ipswich 2, Bristol City 0. That one's finished. Prince Rupert, we should be winning that after beating Villa, but we're way better away than at home, sadly. I know you'll have Garner and Ilman and Dye back. DeMarco with the ball in. Too easy, that. Far too easy. Better for Arsenal. That was good defending from Arsenal. Very good defending. Gyökeres is going to be a yellow card here for Acerbi. There you go. I've got my 3rd yellow card. I literally just need now. I am only waiting on an Inter Milan equaliser for 30 quid. Inter Milan equaliser for 30 quid. Come on. Help a brother out. Everything is up. Gabriel Jesus, Thuram, Sommer, Raya, 9 corners, 3 match cards, Inter or draw. That is all I'm waiting on. That is it. That is it. If I can get Inter or draw, we're sorted. Bonabon, do you think Liverpool would have done better if they didn't buy anyone in the summer? No, we needed to buy... Well, you're talking about if we'd have kept everyone. If we'd have somehow kept everyone and not, bought anyone in, then yeah, we probably certainly would be up there again. But the problem is Trent left and our centre-forward tragically died and the club decided actually... Maybe we need to do a bit of a reshape, and that prompted some other things, Simicast leaving, Kwanzaa leaving, Darwin Núñez leaving, big players for us, title-winning players last year. You can't get rid of like 6-7 title winners and replace them with 6 or 7 kids and expect it to just be sound. It's just not going to happen, is it? It's all. If you change 30 to 40% of a title-winning side, you're not going to win the title again. It'd be unrealistic to expect the same. Wally says, look at the hold-up play from Gyökeres. There are things that goals and assists doesn't show. Well, that's true, but do you really think that that's enough for an Arsenal centre-forward in this system? I don't think he does that enough. I think if it was just about hold-up play, then it would be fine. I agree with you. I think Gyökeres, if this hold-up play is better, then you could sort of contend with the fact that he's he's in here, though. He's in here. Keep him out. Oh, it's an absolute worldie from Gyökeres. Oh my God, we've been caning him all night. Oh, look how made up he is as well. Oh, I can't even begrudge him that. Can't even begrudge him that. And again, do you know what? And you'll get Arsenal fans coming in now saying, oh, open play goal. We got an open play goal. Yeah, well, great, well done. You've been playing, like I said, professional scaffolding you've been playing all season. But yeah, well done. You got an open play goal. Fabulous. Again, should the keeper do better here? Should he do better with this? Again, it's not right in the corner. Oh, he gets an hand to that. He's got to do better there. He's got to do better, the keeper. That's poor. That's really poor from Jan Sommer. I think if you get a big hand to that, you've got to be pushing it in the corner. The Swedish Kane. Oh, the Swedish Harry Kane. I've never heard such nonsense. What an open play goal. That ball from Martinelli is a joke. Yeah, there goes your bet. Bet's down the Swanee this time. Jabber says wrist failure from the keeper. Here comes the hate. Prince Rupert, jinx yourself badly there, Key. Get in there, Reggie's. Pile on, Key. The Swedish Zlatan. Well, just that would just be Zlatan then, wouldn't it? Reece, more goals than Isak, by the way, Key. Well, hang on a minute. Of course he's going to have more goals than Isak. Isak's been sat on a bloody... He's had his foot in an oxygen chamber for the last 3 months. He tempted fate. I know. Sometimes, listen, on the channel, we have done this a few times. I have a tendency to speak things into existence, which is why I'm hoping. Well, these lotteries, this lottery ticket isn't going to do anything for me. I might as well crumple it up now. That's how it's not going to do much for me. And throw it away over there. That's gone. That's a waste of money. Star quality. Why are you watching Arsenal rent-free? What do you mean, why am I watching Arsenal? Do you think this is an Arsenal? Do you think this is a Liverpool fan channel? Just have a little look at the banner. There's a big clue why I'm watching Arsenal right at the top. There's a very, very big clue right at the very top. Liam, can you speak Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score Monday, please, Key? Up the Reggies. Not got more goals than Ekatiki. That's it. Get it on a shirt. Captain Spurs, notice how the open play goal comes when they're 2-0 up every time. It's true. Yeah, when they're in front and they're coasting, yeah, then they add a couple of open play goals. And then they have the cheek, they have the brass neck to come in and go, oh, look at us, we get open play goals as well. Swedish Andy Carroll. Into double in added time now, please, for the love of God. Right, it's finished. Preston 0, Hull 3. Creed Van Crow is not going to be happy. Charlton 1, Derby 2, Salford 3, Swindon 2. So Salford are going to be playing Manchester City in the FA Cup 4th round. That has now been decided. Oxford 0, QPR 0 tonight in the Championship. That one's finished. Any others still playing? Wrexham potentially now. Wrexham are only out of the... if Wrexham could score a second... Wrexham are out of the playoffs currently on goal difference. Robin George. Hi, Key. Are you uncomfortable with this result? No, not at all. Why would I be uncomfortable with it? Jay Chambers, so what? I'm still a rock star. Arsenal, corner. There you go. Basically an assist. Robin, why do you hate Arsenal so much? I don't hate Arsenal. Shell says, are Wrexham still winning? They are, yeah. Wrexham are still winning, and they are 5th in the table currently. Sorry, 7th in the table currently, just outside the playoffs on goal difference. Right, Arsenal corner coming up. Jake, who scored it? Who scored what? For Wrexham? I've no idea, mate. I'll have a look. I'll tell you. Wrexham's goal was scored by Lewis O'Brien. Barely played for Wrexham last few weeks, hasn't he? He's been on the bench most of the time. It feels like he's dropped him since the FA Cup game. 3-star Premier League dad sponsored by Reggie's. Thanks for the Reggie's. Joe, Key, why do you hate Arsenal so much? Don't wind me up. That's the Gyökeres we know. Sweet Lord. Hey! Who's that? That's the Gyökeres we know. That's the Gyökeres we know, Ben. There it is. That's the Gyökeres we all know and love. Right foot. Perfect chance. 6 points for Wigan. Absolutely dreadful. Gyökeres brace nearly. Brace nearly, yeah? What if there was 40 goals stacked on top of each other? That would have been his second then. Steven Sheridan played 7-1-7, only team to win every game and have beaten Atletico 4-0, Bayern 3-1, now into 3-1 away, but still not give Arteta any credit. Who's not giving Arteta any credit? I've said Arsenal are the best team in Europe at controlling games. I've given Arsenal loads of credit. Yeah, I don't know where that's come from. Again, I can only assume these are the divvies who watch the fan reaction channels and have never spent more than 30 seconds watching me and then go, I know what he's thinking because I saw the 30-second clip. TikTok's fried your brain. TikTok has fried your brain. If you're basing your whole opinion of someone off a 30-second clip, you're a moron. Adam says the plan was always to have Gyökeres off the bench, but Havertz's injury made him a starter. Hey, Nigel, West Brom 0, Norwich City 5. How made up are you, Nigel? That's absolutely fantastic. The Canaries flying again. Captain Spurs, that Gyökeres shot. The ball has just hit my kitchen window. We're nearly at full time. Very, very nearly at full time. Wrexham 1, Leicester 1. Oh, there's been a late equaliser at the racecourse ground. Yannick Vestergaard in the 90th minute. Oh, that is a big goal. That drops Wrexham now 3 places in the league. They're now down to 9th, below Watford and Stoke. That one goal has just changed everything. What a shame. What a shame. Unlucky Wrexham. Anyone lost the Champions League football just found it outside my door. And Sporting have won it against PSG. Luis Suarez 2-1. 92nd minute. Luis Suarez, the Colombian striker, he's got 19 goals and assists in 18 games for Sporting this season. He is on absolute fire, the lad. He is on absolute fire. Leicester, Sir Padgett, hey Key, where's that Leicester fan? I don't know where he is, but I'm sure he'll be back in very soon. Chabba, it worries me that so many people spend less than 30 seconds giving a thought to anything. Make major life decisions. Like, not just forming an opinion on someone. I can understand you might do that in a split second. We all do that subconsciously. But, yeah, so people make major life decisions based off a 30-second TikTok. It's crazy. Adam says how Inter have convinced viewers they are a good team is beyond me. I think the record sort of goes before them. The fact that they've only lost twice in the last 4 years in Europe. Once to Liverpool, once to Arsenal now. Brendan says, give him the credit he deserves, Key. He's ran Klopp out the league and he's about to run Slot and Pep out the league. Yeah. Yeah, he has. He's unbelievable, Arteta. It's great. Butterborn, Gyökeres or Haaland. Oh, it's definitely Gyökeres, isn't it? It's definitely Gyökeres. Anyone who can find the back garden, if anyone who can find Hull from the San Siro, it's got to be Gyökeres. Right. Well, it is full time here. Yeah, it is full time. Arsenal win it. Nick it. 3-1. Oh. I don't know why I even put myself through it with Arsenal. They were always going to win it tonight, weren't they? I had that stupid bet on. And the only thing that cost me in the end, look at the state of that. The only thing that actually cost me in the end was Inter or draw. Everything else was up. Literally everything else. All of the other ones were up. Shell, see you tomorrow. Shell, yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow if you're around. Night. Off-Pete Gyökeres equals a prime Gerd Muller. Graham, see you tomorrow for the real team. Liverpool Football Club star quality says, Key, lock off, man. Guan at your bed. When you watch, we win. Cheers, mates. No worries, star quality. Lucky Arsenal, says Nigel, is right. Catch you later, Key, says Reggie. Cry some more, Key. What are we saying, sorry? What are we saying? Ciao, everyone. Turkish computer again. What's your opinion on Rafinha? He's a little bit David Brent, isn't he? He is a little bit David Brent. Reggie, well in the Reggies, don't let up. See you later, Key and everyone. Yeah, I think that's me for tonight. I will be back tomorrow for Liverpool against Marseille. Hopefully see you all there. And yeah, lots of love, everyone. I'll see you all soon. Take it easy. Have a nice night.